Alright, I'm going to shoot a video for you on powder papers. I'm putting some powder on my other tenor, which is the Naked Lady 1937 rolled tone holes. This overhaul was done by Ernie Solo, one of the greats ever, and he was up in Saugus, Massachusetts, died kind of young. But he did this horn, and it played like a brand new horn. And a lot of times with these old cons, old vintage saxophones, you got to find someone who really knows how to correct everything and set it up, and they can feel like a brand new horn. You just got to find the guy. So this is that horn, and I was playing it yesterday, and it's so humid and hot here. I prefer summer over winter, but boy does the horn sort of stick together. And all this upper stack, these were all sort of sticking. So I'm going to put some powder on using the powder papers. Music. Now I can't put any music on this this video for you, but if you were going to listen to some music while watching this video, I suggest Wayne Shorter, Adam's Apple. He actually played a horn sort of like this on that record. The horn doesn't matter. Wayne Shorter is brilliant on any horn. You could give him a Bundy too, and the guy would rock your socks off. So the horn doesn't matter. You know that. I know that. We all know that. But nonetheless, it's a pretty cool horn, and we're going to put some powder on it. So let's see how that goes. So here's our powder paper video. It's not going to be easy to show this to you. It certainly wasn't easy in the first video. So here's your powder papers, and they come in this little package with the 2 envelopes. And you open it up, and here's your powder papers. I'm going to try to just use one. Maybe I'll use one on each stack. I don't really know. It's hard to tell if you're doing this stuff right. So here's your tenor. And all I'm going to do is I take my powder paper, and I'm not sure which side. I guess it doesn't matter. And you're just going to put it under. I'm going to go a long ways. I hope you can see this. And you put it under, and you press the key down. And pull it through nice and slow. And hopefully that puts some powder on the tone hole and a bit on the pad. There you go. Now I'm going to flip it around. I'm going to do this guy, the little C-sharp vent, or whatever. Not really sure what that pad exactly is called. So there you go. We did a few of those. Let's try these two here. I'm going to put it under. Hopefully it'll go in. There we go. I'm going to press them both down and gently pull it out. See if we can see that. There you go. Okay, now to show you what this actually did. Luckily it's sort of sunny, and you can see that there is a layer of powder on the pad. You can see it right in there. This is very hard to video, but you can see that there's powder on the pad, but not on the tone hole ring. You see where the seat is? So that powder, which is really hard to see, is on the tone hole. I'm going to do the bottom stack for you, just so you can see that too. Alright, here's the lower stack of the con. I'm going to use a fresh powder paper. Okay? And these ones are done up to the G. So now this is G sharp, which definitely we're going to do. We're going to do that first. And here we go. Send it in, press down gently, and pull out slowly, not fast. Usually when we do the dollar bill trick, pull it through real quick, but I think the idea of this is to make sure that you're getting some of that powder on those surfaces. So press down, pull it out, and you can feel that graininess. You can feel that the paper and the powder are pulling through. I'm going to do F sharp, or F rather. I'm going to flip this, F sharp, and D. Not for any other reason, just to do it. And this guy's always sticky. In fact, it's stuck to the horn right now. This is going to be difficult because of the cage. On a Selmer you could take that off. On a modern horn, on a con you can't. So I'm going to fold this in half. And maybe that'll get us in there to that E flat key. Let's find out. So we open it. I'm going to use the folded edge to get under there, and now we're just going to give it a little pull. And absolutely there is now powder in there, and I'm going to show you that. Okay, here's that E-flat pad on the con, and you can absolutely see that a good amount of powder came off on that pad. And then also, conversely, probably, you can even see it. Can you see that powder on the tone hole? And it shouldn't stick as bad. Now, I'm not 100% sure I like the powder on my horn, but if it works, and from what I understand, oboe players and bassoon players have been doing this stuff for years, and if it's not messing up their wooden instruments, then it's probably not going to mess up our brass instruments. So, you know, that could just be in my head that I worry about that stuff, but that's the way it is. So there's your old con with the powder papers. Hopefully that helps. It's like 95 degrees and 115% humidity today here in New England, so hopefully that helps a little bit. Maybe I can practice a little bit and get something done. So that's the plan, and I'll let you know how the horn works out with the powder papers.